The reason I'm here was many things that I wanted to see in Mombasa. I think it's a very progressive county in Kenya, and you have incredible things that are happening in the coastline and in terms of the work that the local communities are doing. So it's very inspiring for me to see this. And also, I think it's important to recognize the role that all of you can play in the path of where we all want to go to, and that's a sustainable environment for us and for the future generations. So I really commend you on having this vision and commitment and dreams that can make a drastic change, not only in Mombasa, but if these projects are successful, they could be escalated to a national level, East African level, the whole world level. So I really commend you, and very inspiring to see what all of these ideas that you have come up with. And finally, just to thank you again, and also say that this is important in terms of the global perspective, because I am the permanent representative of Costa Rica in United Nations Environmental Program. So in Kenya, you have 2 UN agencies: United Nations Environment Program, UN Habitat, which has to do with sustainable cities. And it's so important that even though we negotiate international treaties that have an impact globally, sometimes these negotiations take many, many years. But what's absolutely crucial is that initiatives like this one that are on the ground action can then be escalated at a global level in parallel to these negotiations. So we'll be negotiating this legally binding agreement to ban plastics. And this will take about 2 years if all goes well. And I think it will be extremely important that the initiatives of local CBOs, local governments, local communities can be shared during the negotiations. And during the negotiations, just so you know, the next session will be in Paris in May, INC2. INC3 will be in Nairobi in November. And always when we have negotiations, there's a parallel world that's called side events. And the side events is for all the stakeholders to showcase the best initiatives that are happening out there in the planet. So I think, Mary, we should try and see how we can find a way to have a representation, I think, of Mombasa County or local communities during those negotiations or the side events. So again, from my perspective, I just want to say that for Costa Rica, this is one of our priorities. We have always been a leader in conservation, nature conservation, not only land conservation, but marine conservation. We have 52% of our country has forest coverage, and we have over 30% of our marine area has also protected areas. But I think it's important also seeing all these different ideas is we have to somehow tackle the plastics problem, but we have to do it with the local communities. It has to be a win-win situation for everybody. And I think all of them somehow manage to encourage the local communities to be part of these solutions.
At least add some impact on sustainability as we bring impact to the society.
People have done the issue of scrap, just take it to Nairobi and farming the water. So we're trying to make this environment. So for all we start in the market, we start by making small structure of the grass. And the business structure, they're not appreciated. So we went back to the business.
You got to spend, let's do it.